school, I got left behind. There's a time when you can be cool, and a time when you gotta be kind. No, a friend who's on the coast, he's always singing about the sea, but he never rides the waves. If you're born on an island, the ocean heals you.
Hello, Sim friends, and welcome back to my channel. Super excited that you're here. Thanks for watching. And today I am building a lighthouse on the island in Windenburg. It's actually the lot that I didn't even realize is named the Lighthouse, which is ironic because it doesn't look like a lighthouse at all, where the Bjergsons live. So I went there and I bulldozed their house in my special save that I have just for building, my special world that I have saved. And so in this world, the Bjergsons are going to live in an actual lighthouse, which is pretty cool. So I did practice what I wanted the lighthouse to look like before I started recording, just because I knew it was going to be the hardest part of the build. So I did that first. And then I had a little bit of trouble with the roofing, as you can see, but eventually I figured it out. I got there. So, again, thank you so much for coming to my channel to take a look at my Sims build for The Sims 4. This is my 4th video, so I super appreciate you being here. I am a brand new channel. I know I'm a little late to the party, so if you decide that this is a build that you like and you would like to see more, I would really love for you to like and subscribe. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, watch some of my other videos. Doing that kind of stuff for a channel in its infancy is super, super helpful. So please do that. Thank you so much. And so, yeah, so I was inspired to build a lighthouse because I've been trying to think of things that I haven't seen a lot of other simmers do. You know, I don't like get on YouTube and like search if other people have like already done a lighthouse, but I just kind of think of the channels that I watch and if I've seen any of them do a lighthouse, if I've ever seen them pop up or on their channels or in my recommended videos or my subscriptions or anything like that. And I haven't really seen like an actual lighthouse. So yeah, I sized up a lantern for the actual light in the lighthouse, and then later you'll see me put more lights in there just to make it really, really bright. And I feel like most lighthouses that I see are like a red and white or black and white scheme, a color scheme. So that's what I did for this one. Unfortunately, that crown molding or the frieze doesn't come in bright red. So because I really want, you'll see me right here, I really wanted to put like a bright red door, but I felt like it didn't go with the frieze color. The frieze is maroon. It's from the vampire pack. So sadly, I ended up going with a black door. But I like the red door, but maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll try it again some other day. So only the first floor of the actual lighthouse is usable. I'm so waiting for spiral staircases. I was thinking recently if I could add one item to The Sims 4 for building, it would be a spiral staircase. Because the staircases are too big, especially because I was using the 3-story walls, not the 3-story walls, the tallest walls, the 3 height walls, because I wanted it to be really tall, you know, like lighthouses are. So because of that, it just made it really impossible to put stairs inside the lighthouse and make it usable. So someday we will get spiral staircases for The Sims 4. I know that we had them. I think we got them in The Sims 2 for the apartment pack. And I'm not sure if we ever got them for The Sims 3. I've never been somebody who played The Sims 3 a whole lot. I only just got it to the last Steam sale. So I got a bunch of Sims 3 stuff, and I've only played it for a couple of hours, so I don't actually know if there are spiral staircases in The Sims 3, but there should be. I do know that, and hopefully they will come to The Sims 4. So here I am building the actual house. I definitely looked up some reference pictures, and I'm originally from New England, so I've seen many a lighthouse in my day, so I'm pretty familiar with what they look like. And actually my mom did a painting of a lighthouse, but it was all black and kind of scary looking. Honestly, it was very tumultuous. The sea, I remember in her painting. So I'm familiar with kind of lighthouses and that aesthetic and what they look like. I guess maybe that was another reason that I decided this would be a good thing to go for. And then the second story is very small. So I ended up making it just like a bedroom and a bathroom up there, and that's it. But this is a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, full bathroom house. It is 99,004 simoleons, so just under the 100,000 simoleon mark. Um, and so yeah, it has three bedrooms, three bathrooms. It's 99,000 simoleons. It will be up on the by the time this video is on YouTube, it will be up on the gallery for available for download under the Lighthouse, the name Lighthouse. But you can always search for any of my builds on the gallery, the Sims 4 gallery, with the hashtag snark, or just my gallery ID, which is Jessjurassic_snark, just like the YouTube channel name. So you can literally just copy paste it, and you'll be able to find me, or just hashtag snark. All of my builds are, well, all my builds since I started filming. So I guess that's not true. Many of my builds do not have the hashtag snark because I don't want to have to take them down and re-upload them. So yeah. I really like this build. I think this is probably one of the more creative things that I've done. And I had a really hard time with the windows right here. You can see finally I choose these 3-panel windows. And then later I realize that the one that shares the wall with the bathroom and the bedroom doesn't really make sense. And I fixed it. But it's not in this video. But you'll see that later when I'm doing the interior. You'll kind of notice what I'm talking about. And I also decided not to put windows in the second story because when I was looking at reference photos, they don't have them. Like, lighthouses really don't have a whole lot of windows, but I decided that on the first story, I had to have windows if people were going to live there. If Sims were going to live there. That didn't really make sense. So yeah, like I said, I still have a lot of ideas of things that I want to build, but I would really love it if you would put in the comments things that you want to see built. Nobody has commented yet, and that's okay. It's because I don't have a whole lot of views yet, and only 5 subscribers. Hooray! But if there are things that you would like to see built and that you've never seen anybody build, like, definitely suggest it, because that's something that I'm really interested in doing, especially if you feel like you haven't really seen other sim builders build them. So this video is kind of long. It's almost a half hour, so thanks for sticking with me if you've made it this far. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's long, and I actually sped it up to 4.5 times speed this time. Usually I only do 4 times, like 400% speed. This time I did 4.5. And as I'm watching it now, it actually doesn't seem too fast. When I first did it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is way too fast. Way too fast. But I learned to live with it. And actually, it doesn't look that bad right now. So let me know what you think. If it's too fast, let me know, and I'll slow it down. And I'll just have to figure out how to cut more stuff out, I guess. The landscaping for this, I wanted to stick with kind of like, you can see me picking up my palette right here, like a white and red scheme is what I eventually decided on for the outside of the house, which I think looks really, really pretty. I used some of the flowers from Romantic Stuff pack, like the really tall ones. I forget what they're called. Those ones right there. I love those ones. So I used those. I used a couple of things from the Romantic Garden Stuff pack. So if you don't have that pack, a lot of the landscaping will disappear if you download this. Sorry. Yeah, but I really, really like that. And then you'll notice when we get back to the inside, and I cut out actually a lot of the landscaping here. I'll do this part, and then it kind of fades to where all the landscaping is already done, or at least it's supposed to. So I wanted to stick with like a really kind of like colonial style of decorating and like the color scheme. So I really stuck with like, blacks, whites, grays, reds, and blues for this build. So I I kind of wanted it to look like something out of like a Tommy Hilfiger catalog, or maybe not him because he's kind of a jerk. Like Old Navy. Like if Old Navy built a lighthouse, this is what it would look like. So on the inside, I really stuck with like not a whole lot of patterns, very like plain colors. Yeah, just like reds and blues and whites and grays. And I think it looks really good. It's kind of exactly what I was going for. Yeah, so I finished the layout. Now I'm putting in the floors. I'll be putting in the wallpaper soon. Oh, I really like that banister that I found, the white and black banister. I think that's perfect for this specific build. And so yeah, the layout for this house was tough because of the shape. It's a little weird, but I did take advantage of the fact that when you build on some things on a diagonal, there's actually more space. It's actually wider and bigger. So I did take advantage of that to make hallways and that kind of thing. And that bedroom actually is really big because of it. Yeah, so there was a couple awkward things like this bathroom right now. And this one too. This one actually gets more awkward because you can see like the windows in the wrong place, so I had to fix that. Um, so it's a little. It was definitely challenging, but I think it works. You know, sometimes when you build something funky like a lighthouse, you just kind of have to go with the flow and figure out what's going to work the best. So that's what I did. And then here in the front hallway, like the front entrance to the house, I put in a closet because I think that's kind of cool to have a closet like right when you walk in. I feel like most houses actually have that, you know, a place to put your coats and that kind of stuff. And there's a little coat rack by the banister. I did struggle with space a little bit in certain places, but I have play tested the whole house. Everything should work. I tested like anything that was kind of in an awkward spot. So everything should work if you decide you're going to download it from the gallery. Because I think that's kind of important. Because I've definitely made that mistake before where I've uploaded stuff and then realized later that it doesn't actually work. And that if anyone downloaded it, they would have to like fix things. Like I had this really cute diagonal starter home, and for some reason I can't figure out why, like the bed in the bedroom just like I don't know, there was no reason for it not to work. And so I uploaded it and then I went to play with it and I could not have Sims lay down. They would not use the bed, like no matter what I did. So I ended up having to like delete a bunch of stuff and like move stuff around. It was really strange. And so then I felt really bad because I knew that like at least 20 people had downloaded it on the gallery. So that means they downloaded it. And that makes me look really bad as a creator, right? It makes me look like I don't know what I'm doing but I don't know. It's the same thing that I was talking about in my last video. Like I don't understand why some things glitch and some things don't glitch. Why sometimes move objects messes stuff up and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. Someday we'll find out, I'm sure. Or actually, we probably won't ever find out. But yes, I used a lot of stuff from the Parenthood pack in this house just because, like, those stripes, I feel like that totally looks like that kind of like colonial vibe, like that New England style. And it just fits in so well. So that's what I picked. I've also gotten used to, I've started using a lot more shelves in my builds because I've noticed like a lot of other builders, so sim builders, like do that too. And I think it's a really good way to put stuff on the walls that's not just paintings, you know, because real life houses aren't really like that. You know, there's like shelves on the walls and all kinds of other stuff on the walls. So yeah, and I wanted this home to be functional. I definitely wanted it to be playable. I think it's really kind of like a romantic build to have it out here on the island, to have like a lighthouse. It would be a really cool place for, you know, like kids to grow up. So it does have 3 bedrooms. The way I kind of envisioned it is the master bedroom's on the first floor with the ensuite bath, and then there's a very large children's room that I put 2 beds in. And then there's, I guess they would use the bathroom that's behind the stairs. And then upstairs there's another bathroom with, another bedroom with another bathroom. And I guess it would probably make more sense for the master bedroom to be on the second floor, but I don't know. I really like the master bedroom on the first floor. And we haven't quite gotten there yet, but I think those lamps are so cool from the vampire pack. I really like those. And I feel like they fit in again with like the kind of old-fashioned colonial aesthetic. I guess maybe they're a little more Victorian, but I think they fit in with this. I think there's like a little bit of mix of that sometimes in New England. I think these are my favorite new additions. Those are my favorite things that came with the fitness pack, the paintings. I'm like really into national parks right now, and so just like in life. I guess I've always have been. This past year, I got to go to, maybe not this past year, but in the past year and a half or so, I got to go to the Grand Canyon and Death Valley, and I saw the John Muir Woods and like redwoods, and I went to Yosemite. And ever since then, I have been like obsessed with the national parks, and so those paintings that came with the fitness pack, I really, really love. And I wanted to definitely keep like a like kind of like a seafaring aesthetic, so or like a like an ocean style kind of thing, so kind of like a homey style. So I put in an aquarium so that they have fish. I didn't fill the aquarium. I just realized I should have done that before I uploaded it to the gallery. But I haven't uploaded yet, so I can fix that. Great. Don't hold me to that because I might forget. Um, so yeah, and in the kitchen again, like I use a lot of stuff from the Parenthood pack just because I think it works so well. These cute little like rustic looking cabinets and that kind of stuff. And the fridge that's got like all the wood around it. The cabinets were definitely not the counters, but the cabinets were a little bit of a challenge just because it's built on a diagonal, and so things want to snap in a weird way. Like the counters snapped correctly, but then you'll see, and some of the cabinets would snap correctly, but then they wouldn't. It was really strange. So I kind of had to finagle it a little bit and use the Alt key to move things around. But fortunately, they don't clip, which is really good. That would have made me very sad if they clipped. So I had to play with it a little bit, and it took a long time, but it sped up, so you'd never know. Yeah, I wish that you could make the wall heights different in different buildings, or like different parts of the building, because I feel like these walls over here are a little bit too tall, but that's just a thing in The Sims 4. You can't have one building with like wall height of one size and then another building a wall height of another size. So what are you going to do? So this is like a very cute little homey kitchen with little homey, bits and bobs that kind of fill up the counter space. So, I use a cookie jar and like little cookbooks. It looks like Julia Child's cookbook over there. And the little pitcher with the flowers on it. Put your like wooden spoons in. Super cute. And those curtains I think came from the Vintage Glamour Stuff pack. Either that or vampires. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head. But I thought those were really cool. Those looked really good. And so now we're just doing the hallway, making sure things are lit up. I put curtains just about in every room. And then I decided to put a little seating area over here with a bookcase. I sized up that rug. Oh, and that rug is so perfect for what I was going for. So yeah, it's just like a little area to kind of sit and read a book in the hallway, because I don't like having unused empty space, because no one really has that in a home that's lived in for any length of time. There is no unused empty space. If you come take a look at my apartment, there is no unused empty space. It's all full. So, yeah, I like things to look full and used and lived in. And so now I'm just doing this little kind of study area. Now we're inside the actual lighthouse part of the house itself. And so I put like this really cute old looking desk, and then I put a really old computer on it. So it's like, they bought this computer in like 1999 and they still have the same computer that they got then. And then I added in a easel, and I wanted to put in a chess table, but that room was not the right room for it. So I put it in the living room instead. So now we're in this bathroom. I had to play around with this bathroom a little bit. And so, because it's kind of like a weird shape and a tight space, and actually later I change it because of that window, and that's actually off camera. You don't see me change it. But I did play test it. So that shower I actually end up taking out for a bathtub instead. So the toilet works, and the bathtub and the shower definitely work. So it's all usable, which is good. Because like I said, I like for everything to be functional, nice and functional. Yeah. Cool. So I am still looking forward to all the new stuff packs that are going to be coming out. And I'm starting to wonder, I know there's a toddler stuff pack coming out soon. And then obviously rumors of Pets coming out in November. And they just actually announced Sims 4 for the console coming out in November recently. Today in Sims News, that was what was going around. So I'm not really interested, I don't think, in getting Sims 4 for the console since I already have it for the computer. And doing mods on the console is not really something that you can do. I don't think there's really any way to do that except for with Skyrim. I know Skyrim on the console you can get mods for, but like nowhere near the capacity that you have on the computer to get mods. So I don't really know why anyone would get it for the console unless you don't have a PC that will run The Sims. Like that's the only reason I can think of. So, but that's cool. So I'm starting to wonder if they're going to release Eco Stuff as a game pack or as a stuff pack, because I know it's supposed to be a stuff pack. But then, we started voting on gameplay stuff. And, I know we get gameplay stuff sometimes, like with Vintage Glamour, we got the Butler. But usually it's not, like, big gameplay stuff. So I don't know how much, like, laundry will count, because that's what we got. Sadly, I'm still upset about laundry. I wish it was off the grid. So, in one of my videos recently, I think it was the Secret Garden video, I was talking about how I don't download mods because I'm afraid they're going to mess up my computer. But I realized, I have so much agency recently. I've taken so much agency over my computer and the things that I do now that I've started to like record myself building, because I've learned, I taught myself how to use HitFilm Express, which is the free app or the free program that I use to edit my videos. So I taught myself how to do that overnight. I literally taught myself how to use Audacity in a matter of like an hour. So, if I can figure that stuff out, I should be able to figure out mods. So I have decided that I am going to try mods for The Sims 4, because the worst case scenario, like I just have to like reboot it and like uninstall it and reinstall it and like all my save games. Like it'll be fine, and anything that like really matters is up on the gallery anyway. So it'll be totally fine. Take chances in life, take risks. Usually it works out. So I am going to download mods, but I am interested for you to tell me what your favorite mods are. So I know of a few. I know of like MC Command Center, which really just kind of seems like a way to have more control over what happens in the game. And I know of a couple of other mods, but I'm curious about what mods you really like the best and what you would recommend. I think something that I would really be interested in would be mods for like aspirations, more aspiration mods, because once you play The Sims like 4 or 5 times with 4 or 5 families, like you've done every single one. And I think there are some things in the game that we should have aspirations for that we don't, like owning a business, owning restaurants, like a wellness aspiration. We don't have any of that kind of stuff. That seems kind of strange, So I would like to have that. And then I would like to have more traits. I want more trait mods. It just kind of seems, again, like once you've played a bunch of times, there's just, you've done it all. And I feel like there are some really good opportunities for better traits, I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now, but I know that there are definitely some mods for that. But like I said, I'm kind of a mod noob, so I would be interested to hear from you which mods you like. What's your favorite mod? What would you recommend for me to download? And don't forget to also recommend what you want to see me build, because I'm totally down for that. I'm really interested in that. And I've also kind of recently, I said that I probably wasn't going to do a Let's Play, but I've kind of been toying with the idea of doing a Let's Play. So if I was going to do a Let's Play, what kind of thing would you want to see? What would you be interested in watching? Definitely let me know down in the comments, and I will think about doing that. So I really wanted this children's room to be really cluttered up. So I added, backpacks and all of these stuffed animals on the floor, because I remember when I was a kid, that is what my room looked like. There were literally stuffed animals everywhere. There were toys everywhere. It was really cluttered up. And I wanted just a bunch of stuff in there for your kids to use. And then this bathroom, I felt like I absolutely had to use the whales. That's like my favorite thing ever, is the whale shower. I think that's one of my favorite like designs. ever in The Sims. I love that whale shower. I think that's so cool. So I use that, and then of course you have to match it with a little whale rug. It's super cute. I really love all the new stuff that came with the Parenthood pack. Oh, I think that might be my favorite pack. There's just so much good stuff and so much good gameplay that came out of that pack. I think that might be my favorite. Yeah, for the interiors, for building interiors, Parenthood pack is my favorite. For building exteriors, I would say probably Vampire pack is my favorite. That or maybe Get Together. Those are also really good. So, what's your favorite pack for building exteriors and interiors? I'd be interested to know that too, so let me know down in the comments. So here we are upstairs. We're coming to the end of this build. I built this room, or I decorated this room as like a teenager's bedroom. Just because it's kind of smaller and less open space than the bedroom downstairs, so I felt like the downstairs bedroom made more sense to be the master bedroom. So this bedroom, I designed to be a teenager's bedroom, and you'll notice, like, once I start putting stuff up on the walls, that's really definitely what it looks like. I also really love that lamp. I love that it doesn't take up a full square of space, so it's really easy to move it around and still make it usable. So, I put some movie posters on the wall, and I put like some other of like the little teenager posters, the ones with like the tax in them, up on the wall. Obviously, you have to have a boombox if you're a teenager, because I definitely had a boombox as a teenager. I remember that quite well. I decorated it with whiteout. And then I used Control 9 to lift stuff up, to clutter up this bureau. So Control 9 to lift stuff up in the game once you have bb.move objects on. And I then use the Alt key to move them around. Because again, I don't know, as a kid, like, my room was definitely cluttered up. And you can use the Alt key to move all kinds of stuff, like move paintings on the wall, mirrors, that kind of stuff. Mirrors, I think you can only move back and forth. You can't move up and down. And if you size them up, it like looks weird. But anyway, so thank you so much for watching, y'all. I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot to me to have you kind of, view my work, and especially if you like and subscribe and leave a comment. I definitely appreciate it. Like I said, I'm a brand new channel, so when you do that kind of thing, it definitely helps, like, tremendously. It means way more for you to subscribe for my channel than it does for a channel that already has, like, 10,000 subscribers. It makes a much bigger difference for me. So do that if you can, if you're willing. I really, really appreciate it. And like I said, let me know all of that stuff down in the comments, what you want to see me build, what your favorite packs have been, and then what kind of mods you'd be interested, or you would recommend that I should be interested in downloading. And that way, maybe I will incorporate it into a Let's Play. So if you also are somebody who likes to watch Let's Plays, what kind of Let's Plays you like to watch, and what you would like to see that you haven't seen before. So like I said, we're coming up on the end of the build. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, and I really hope you have a really good rest of your day, week, month, year, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. So I really, really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Sim friends. See you next time.
Born on an island, the ocean heals you. Tear out your heart and show me. Me if your mind is lonely. So I'm thinking every day about selfish shit like love, about foolish things like us, about logic over lust. And waited in the night as I had another view and chased another life. If you're born on an island, the ocean heals you.